welcome back to my channel. My name is Doug, and yes, it's winter, and I'm on a hunt for a fountain pen. Actually, I'm on a hunt for a cat. Let's go. It's been snowing for 2 days, and I want to thank Stephen Harper for removing our mailbox service to our door after this community has had it forever, and forcing seniors like myself out into the snow and ice to get our exercise. But I'm hopeful today because I've just got a notice that my Amber cat is in the mailbox. And here we go. Whoop, almost wiped out. Well, let's see. And there she be. And it's always this way. Things all pile up. No mail for 3 days straight. And then it all piles up in one. There we go. I hope the cat is warm. It's got a lot of styrofoam packing, and we'll go back and do an unboxing. Okay, here we are back again, warm inside. I've dried off, and I have allowed the package to warm up a little bit because I think it might be a little bit cold sitting in that mailbox. It's interesting when you go out in the snow, all the neighbors are out digging themselves out of driveways, and everybody wants to chat, especially when you're doing a video. Anyway, this is my Penbbs 480 Galaxy, and it is a gorgeous pen, and it's now going to have a mate because this is what I just pulled out of the mailbox, and we're going to do an unboxing. And again, we're going to speed it up for you folks watching at home. And we have a lot of foam as usual. Insulation for keeping the pen warm. It looks like, aha, this is not in the standard box. I wondered because this cardboard box is not as large as usual. Got a little bit of a dent there. It's the gray unmarked box. Let's see if I've got anything special here today. Oh, I got a new cat sticker. I have to figure out what that symbol means. It probably means amber, I would guess, because that is amber. And I think this pen is amber. Yep, it's one of those metal boxes. I think that means Penbbs. And there it is. I don't think many words are necessary here. This is more beautiful in person than it is on the video. I've already done 2 videos on the 480. One on the first Amber is a cat that arrived for my wife, and one on the Galaxy, which is just as gorgeous. Look at those 2 pens together. I don't know what they do, but it's remarkable what they're doing with those acrylic resins. Now, the special thing about the Amber as a cat is the nib, because it is the typical mini fude, which I really love, but it's the Amber as a cat mini fude with the couple of paws there. And on the day that my Amber is a Cat 480 has arrived. On the Etsy site, guess what came up? A 323 in Amber is a Cat. So I had to go and pull the trigger on that before they disappeared. Unfortunately, it came with a round nib, which I'd rather have the fine cat's paw nib. But I bought this fine nib charm for $5. And because there's a special on, Long has a special on the Etsy store, if you put in the code, you can see it on your mobile phone, you put in the code, when you buy 2 or more items, you get 10% off from now until Christmas. So I thought I'd better get in on that offer. And I'm going to clean this pen out and ink it up, and we're going to do a writing sample. And I know it's going to be gorgeous.
On this winter night with you. Smoke is rising in the shadows overhead. My glass is almost empty. I read again between the lines upon each page the words of love you sent me.
Well, I got so excited that in getting my Amber as a Cat that I forgot there was another package. So let's open that up. See what it is. This is the Baoer 701. It came a little bit quicker than I expected. I didn't expect this till the end of the week. Now, this is a fairly inexpensive pen. I'll put the auction up here. I think I got it from eBay. It's a snap. Oh, it's not. It's an unscrew, but it snapped off. Well, that's interesting. Well, maybe it isn't. Now I'm confused. Anyway, it is a cartridge converter pen. It has roughly a number 5 size nib here. I can't quite tell. Iridium point. It doesn't say Baoer anywhere on there. Starting to become suspect of these pens that claim they're a Chinese pen and they're actually a knockoff of a Chinese pen. It does post very long. It is a cartridge converter. Wow. I'd be surprised if this was a Baoer. Converter. Not very, very cheap converter. And that looks like metal inside there. Anyway, interesting feed. And this is not the pen I ordered. So, as you can see from the auction, I expected a hooded nib. So I'm going to speak to whoever. That looks like threads to me. Doesn't it look like threads to you? And yet there's no threads inside there. It is a pop top snap cap and not very secure. Wow. Well, anyway, I'll do a separate video on this to see, well, maybe I won't. I think I'll wait to find out whether my seller will do anything about this, because this is not the pen I ordered. But if not, only a couple bucks, I might ink it up and see if it writes. This might be a Christmas gift of some sort. Anyway, I've got my Amber as a Cat. I'm happy. Okay, here we are back again with the Penbbs 480 Amber as a Cat. I have taken the pen apart. I didn't take the nib out of the section or anything like that. I just took it apart and flushed it out. I took the converter out as well. I didn't show that, but this is the converter that comes with most every Penbbs pen. and it's fairly standard. Nothing exceptional about it. But I don't use that. I've got quite a few of these now because I'm eyedroppering all of these pens. So I put some silicone grease on the threads and the little gasket that's right there in the section and filled it up to just below the threads. It takes between 2.5 to 2 3/4 to 3 milliliters of ink, depending on how much you fill it. And I have filled it up with, let me see this, Diamine Asa Blue, which always gets me confused because Asagao is the Roshizuku ink, but it's a brilliant blue, whereas the Asa Blue in Diamine is a peacock blue, turquoise type of blue, very much like Konpeki. So I've filled this pen up, and it writes, first time out of the box, smooth, without any adjustments whatsoever. So let's do a writing sample here. We have the pen BBS 480. This is the Amber is a cat, and it is in a fine point. Let's listen to this. Just very, very, very smooth. And what I found about these mini Fude fine nibs, they write between a fine point and a medium point, somewhere in that range. And the more you write with them, they get a little bit fatter and a little bit smoother. And you can really feel that Fude flatness on the page, which I really like. One of the things that people comment about the Pen BBS feeds is that, and nibs, is that they write dry usually. I'm not finding that. The last number of nibs I've had have been excellent. They've been fairly wet and very, very smooth. Again, there's no line variation on these pens at all. It's very, very stiff. So if you like a little bounce, you're not going to like this. But it is a number 6 nib, and you can replace it with a Knox, a Bach, a Jovo, and so you can put any type of nib you want in there for your own writing style. So let's see about some reverse writing here. So it does write reverse. It's a little bit scratchy, but boy, that's smooth. The pen fits in the hand very nicely. I love this section. I think between this is slightly different than the 456, slightly different than the 323, but those threads there are not, you can't feel them at all. The pen just fits in the hand so beautifully, and it posts. So if you post your pens, it does get a little bit long, but there's no weight back here at all. I think the cap weighs 9 grams. So it's still weighted towards the page when you let it go, which makes it very, very comfortable for long writing. So you can keep track of your cap if you're out and not sitting at your desk. So let's see how quickly it can keep up. Very, very fast, no skipping. Beautiful. I put this ink in it because I think I'm going to be writing with this a lot. So again, this was well anticipated. much anticipated, beautiful pen. It matches my Galaxy just nicely, so it's a nice pair. And I'm very, very pleased with this pen. This is going to be a keeper. So again, as always, thank you for watching. And if you like this video, please hit that like and subscribe and hit the little bell so you get notified whenever I make a new video. And again, thank you. And that's all, Sharon.